Now your Storm Track forecast first, sponsored by Kansas 811.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Ashton Rizzo. Right now we are just looking partly cloudy out there, but temperatures looking great. We are in the upper 70s for most of us, 78 for Topeka right now, lower 70s a bit further north. We're at 77 for Manhattan. Tonight we're falling into those upper 40s even for this evening. We'll tell you about this cool weather coming up.
Now on 27 News.
Now at 6, these toll booths are coming down. We're live at one of the sites soon to be demolished. Tonight, what you can expect during your commute. Plus, the country's top 4 airlines now under scrutiny over allegations for its flyer reward points. Tonight, why federal officials say your points may be less valuable for your trips. And Social Security could be on the chopping block. A new report says the clock to avoid cuts is 1 decade. How much benefits you could lose if a fix isn't made in time. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Rebecca Chung. I want you to get a good look at this video right now because it could be a while before you see this in real life anymore. Toll booths across the state, they're becoming a thing of the past. Following the switch to cashless tolling in July, crews have started removing the booths. 27 News reporter Gabriel Johnson joins us live in South Topeka tonight. And Gabe, you're live at one of the sites where this booth is about to come down. What could it look like out there?
Yeah, Rebecca, well, when construction finishes here, it will take away 2 lanes, which are no longer needed to compensate for the amount of cars that are stopping. Now, a spokesman for the Kansas Turnpike Authority tells me that each plaza will have a different layout, varying based off of its traffic volume. The 25 toll plazas across Kansas, where the Turnpike has been collecting road fees from drivers for almost 70 years, are going digital.
If traffic is all moving in the same lanes at the same speeds and not having to stop and merge and together, then it'll be much safer, and again, just reduces the time of the trip without having to stop at those plazas.
As demolition work progresses, you can still enter the highway through the toll lanes. Just be sure to obey road signs, as lane closures will alternate often.
Phased construction will occur at each plaza. Removing the booths and canopies will need to be performed in closed lanes, so traffic will be moved from the inside to the outside and then vice versa.
Last year, 41,000 Americans died in traffic crashes, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. 15% of those crashes involved stationary objects, such as toll booth infrastructure. KTA says the removal makes for safer highway travel.
By removing those plazas and reconfiguring the lanes when people enter and exit those interchanges, it will improve safety and improve their efficiency in moving down the road.
The Turnpike Authority estimates that they'll complete demolition and reconstruction around this time next year. Now, these interstate roads serve about 32 million vehicles per year, making the Turnpike one of the most used pieces of infrastructure in the state. Working for you live in South Topeka, Gabriel Johnson, 27 News.
All right, Gabe, thank you so much for that live report. It's been 2 months since tolls went cashless, but now some KTAG customers are complaining they're being double billed. Tonight, we hear from some local residents and what the KTA is saying about the changes in the billing process. We're breaking down the confusion coming up tonight at 10. Tonight in Emporia, police are investigating a slew of auto burglaries involving more than 20 vehicles. These break-ins happened sometime between late Thursday night and early this morning in the northwest part of the city. It was a crime of opportunity, as police say all the victims left their vehicles unlocked. Items stolen include cash, backpacks, purses, and wallets. Emporia police are asking people in the area to check home surveillance cameras and contact police or Crime Stoppers if you have footage of the burglaries or information that could lead to an arrest. Now, taking a look outside, it's starting to feel like fall here in northeast Kansas. Our temperatures today hitting the 70s. But we may not be closing the door on summer just yet. Let's go over to Ashton Rizzo now with a look at our weekend forecast.
That is correct. It definitely will be feeling like fall for a couple more days as we head into this weekend. However, the gradual warming trend is back for next week. Right now, we are staying dry, mostly clear. We do have a few clouds trying to build in just further towards our most northeastern counties right now. The rest of us, though, looking mostly clear out there. This is a glance with our Holton camera. You can see those clouds rolling in with Holton. May see just a sprinkle or two from these clouds. Definitely, though, staying mostly dry for tonight. And then with our glance with our Emporia Victoria camera, kind of a different scene there. Lots of blue though, lots of sunshine as well. And temperatures right now are sitting in the upper 70s for most of us. We're at 78 degrees right now in Topeka. We have a dew point of 50 degrees. So that just means hardly any humidity in our air. Winds are from the northeast for tonight at about 15 miles per hour, gusting close to 20 miles per hour. So we do have that nice breeze from the northeast. And then as we head into tonight, looking mostly clear. A clear sky helps us cool even quicker. Temperatures falling into the upper 40s for tonight. So if you're out late, you want to grab that light jacket because it will be cool. We'll take a look at how long this will last though coming up.
Social Security could be on the chopping block if a fix isn't made in the next 10 years. That's according to a new report from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. People getting Social Security could end up getting 21% less. The committee says Social Security is paying out more than it's taking in from payroll taxes. Trust fund reserves could be on a path to being depleted by the fourth quarter of 2033 without a fix. In current dollars, that would drop baseline amounts down about $400 a month. Tonight, the Biden administration is launching an investigation into whether airlines regularly devalue your airline points, making it harder to use them for reward travel. The Transportation Department says it's about protecting airline customers from unfair and deceptive practices. Tom Costello has more.
If you've ever tried to use airline points to book your family vacation, you probably know the frustration. Booking a flight can cost far too many points, especially during vacation high season. And the airlines keep changing the rules after you've signed up for the program or the airline credit card.
And we're kind of at the mercy of whatever they choose to do or choose to change.
Now the Transportation Department wants answers from 4 airlines: United, American, Delta, and Southwest. The DOT demanding detailed information about their rewards programs, practices, and policies. In a letter to airline CEOs, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg writes, DOT has authority to investigate and take action against airlines and ticket agents for unfair or deceptive practices and unfair methods of competition in air transportation or the sale of air transportation.
Unlike the dollars in our savings accounts, the value of points and miles is completely up to the companies that issue them.
The DOT says its probe will focus on airlines that devalue earned reward points, the true hidden value of rewards, extra fees to maintain or redeem rewards, and whether programs actually reduce competition and choice. Booking trips with points can be an ordeal, with airlines restricting their use based on flight availability, route, and fare type. One survey of travel rewards programs found nearly a third of consumers felt it's difficult or complex to earn or redeem points. Last year, Delta faced immediate passenger backlash after changing its SkyMiles program, then reversed course. The airline industry says millions of Americans use loyalty programs, and airlines are transparent about the programs. Southwest says its rapid rewards points never expire, regardless of how they're earned, while Delta says providing a meaningful rewards experience is the top priority within Delta. But passenger Lauren Randall says it often feels like bait and switch.
I'm not getting any benefit out of it.
New job data shows the U.S. economy is chugging along slowly, but will interest rates be cut for millions of families? Up next, why experts say they're confident of a drop. Plus, this powerful steam engine making its way across the country when you can see the big boy coming to Topeka next at 6.
And when later in sports, week 2 of college football presents an intense road matchup for the Kansas Jayhawks. Where, or on who, I should say, KU's defense is planning to focus its attention on Saturday. That's in 15 minutes.
Welcome back to 27 News. We're kicking off our Game Day Eats segment now, and Matt's also joining in on this.
Of course. I mean, you're going to bring food in the studio. You're not going to keep me away. We've got Sheila Regier with the Dillons joining us in studio to break down some of the best deals that you can get for the big game.
Oh, absolutely.
And Sheila, I know that you also have a few items like dips, right?
Yes. Oh, for sure. So for us here at Dillons, I mean, everyone loves game day food, and I think it's my favorite as well. So I wanted to showcase some of those items that you can find with us at Dillons. You know, thinking through what's going to be on the minds. Wings are definitely it. So from our deli department, we've got great wings here. Chips and dips. So that's always a great snacking item. I've got this from our deli department. It's a candied jalapeno bacon cream cheese dip.
Ooh.
I thought that would be perfect with some Lay's chips.
Gotta try that, Matt.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Look, I will.
Dive right in. Don't hold
that sounds
back.
good. It's right in front of me. Might as well.
And yeah, and with the Lay's chips, Lay's Doritos, we have buy two, get three free. So a great deal for the Super Bowl as well. I'm thinking there's some other dips, a nice tzatziki. So you've got the cool cucumber and dill paired with some great veggies. You have to throw in the red and yellow peppers, so that way we've got Chiefs colors for sure. Mediterranean hummus that I loaded up with some extra fun ingredients. Guacamole is always a hit with salsa right on top.
It looks good. I tell you, I've been eyeing that one in particular. I will say that. So you had said that the guacamole has a little bit of a kick to it.
Yes.
I would have thought there'd be a little stronger kick with candied jalapeno, but don't let that kind of scare
that's
you
great.
away. It's
Yeah.
got just like that right amount of heat without getting to the point where you burn yourself on
being
it. So
too spicy.
It's one that you could eat a lot of.
Well, if you want spice, then hop over to the wings, because I have that paired with buffalo sauce. But yeah, the guac has a great kick. And I did open the chips if you want.
I'm gonna go for this one,
I will try some.
Oh yeah, and this is also part of our bundle deal. So at Dillon's, if you buy the Velveeta, you get the chips and then 2 cans of Rotel for free. So another great game
And that is such
deal.
an absolute standard. You have to. I don't think you can watch a Super Bowl without some amount of Rotel dip. So
absolutely, yes.
Got to be one.
And the wings, the fun fact there is national statistics say that Americans will eat more than 1 billion chicken wings.
That's a lot of wings.
Yes, Game Day Sunday is the second largest food holiday next to Thanksgiving. So you know that Dillon's has you covered.
Well, love to hear that. Now, I understand there's some other deals that you have going on aside from the Velveeta bundle.
Yes,
some other
we've
stuff.
got some great bundles. And I also brought a copy of our ad because it is smoking hot with all of those savings. So soda, you can get 12 packs of soda, buy 2, get 3 free. The chips again, buy 2, get 3 free. Pizzas, buy 1, get 1 free. So when it comes to game day foods, I mean, Dillon's, we know what our customers are after, and it's all of the game day deals.
You see out here, you were getting this ready without having to whip it up and cook it. You just were plating it, right? This is all stuff that you can just pick up at the store.
No
Picked up
cooking
at the
involved.
deli. Yes. Yes.
Right. So I do have one question for you on this one. All right. So we see all of these that you have out there. All of this, when you go in there, it's going to go quickly. If somebody is wanting to make sure they get it, whether you're getting a small group together, a big group together, and you want to make sure, this is probably, I'm assuming, a really busy time for Dillon's.
It is, again, second largest food holiday next to Thanksgiving.
So what do people need to do to make sure that they don't have, they get there and everything's gone?
Yeah. Oh, we'll have plenty in stock for sure, but look at shopping with us with pickup, so you can order in advance, pick up at the store. But Fridays are always a great day to shop because we have 4 times fuel points Fridays.
That's true. And
so,
I'm going to step off for a second. Only I don't want. We ran out of room because we had so many dips in there. But we have to show that you go fully themed
This is very
as well in there. So
desserts,
absolutely.
That is a cookie cake that looks amazing.
It's
cookie
gorgeous.
Cake from our bakery department. So thinking about those sweet treats, we have the cupcakes, we have the cookies that come with the great Super Bowl ring, so that way you can celebrate there. But then I also put together this board here. It's what I'm calling a buttercream board. So you've seen all of the things online, but maybe it's a butter board or a cream cheese board.
Nice.
This is homemade buttercream icing with fun little items to dip in. So the angel food cake, the pretzels, the berries. But
this is definitely for people with a sweet tooth.
Oh,
like
I
me.
could see myself
I would
nibbling
dive in.
all game day. But it's also giving me Valentine's Day vibes. So maybe that could be a great treat there.
And there's lots of good things to be buying in February. I tell you what, we are running out of time. So all these things I will be eating in the break immediately. I've got weather coming up right after the break. So if I have icing all over me when you come back,
we won't
forgive
judge.
me.
It's not his fault. We won't judge it.
But I will be back with a look at your forecast coming up. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely.
All across Northeast Kansas tonight, people are celebrating the 4th of July, a local community known for having one of the best fireworks shows in Kansas. We've got Matt Miller, Glenn Kinley. We also have Rebecca Chung out there enjoying, and look what they're doing. Oh my goodness, let's check in to see what they're going to try to...
Well, we clearly caught David off guard. David, if you thought we were just going to stand there and eat food all day, which we will do plenty of that, but we're also got this ride going.
and they'll start spinning us up here. We're going to get going. Matt and I did the Ferris wheel year 1 out here, or my first year out here. Yeah. We've progressively gotten a little bit.
We went to that spinning platform last year.
A little bit crazier with the ride each year. Matt, how are we feeling on this one?
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. We did bring Rebecca just to see if she screams on a ride here.
I'm just along for the ride, guys. I mean, I don't know what to expect at all. It's getting a little fast, actually. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I will say when we went on the ride last year, which was more mellow than this, I was a little bit spooked by the end of it, but so far so good on this one. They got us locked in here pretty tight, and the ride operators are the real MVP because they waited an extra 60 seconds or so to get us going here.
Yeah, I think the amazing part about this too is that what you can't tell is you've got to almost be in like a yoga pose to even hold this. The ride isn't scary. I think my back's going to give out.
We're really flying it here.
Yeah,
I would just like to say my grip strength on the mic is doing pretty well.
I got to say, we're taking our coverage to new heights, don't you think?
Did you get that dad joke, Matt?
I didn't. I can't hear her.
She said we're taking our coverage to new heights.
Oh, yes, we are, yeah.
Well, we're out here in Wamego, and after this, once we get off the ride, we might even play some games. We do have another live report coming in our 5 o'clock hour. Then after this one, we got live reports at 6. Matt will be walking in the parade with the storm tracker. Rebecca and I will be right up above the parade, so we might not be on a ride on the next shot, or maybe we might be, you never know.
I don't know how long this thing lasts.
And David, we'll be sure to bring you back some cotton candy. Back to you guys.
All right, I'm living vicariously through you, and that looks like a terrific time. Thanks for being such good sports.
Now on 27 News.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Rebecca Chung. Today is the early bird prize deadline for the St. Jude Dream Home. If you reserve yours today, you will be entered for a chance to win the home and a $5,000 Visa gift card. 27 News reporter Gabriel Johnson is at the home in Southwest Topeka right now. Gabe, there are some very unique features as well with this home.
Yeah, Rebecca, well, I'm here at the 2024 St. Jude Dream Home here in Southwest Topeka, and there are a lot of things to show. Now, as promised in the 4:30, I'm having a look at some of the new features in the house. Now, I'm here with Brandy Whistler with Drippay Homes. We're showing off a little bit of some of the features in this house. So we're here in the mudroom right now. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the features inside here?
So my favorite part about this mudroom, as a mom that shops at Sam's Club and I got a lot of groceries, I can come right in from the garage and go through right here to this little secret pass through and just pass my groceries through to my pantry where they're gonna live. The other cool thing is I've got these cabinets right here that open up from the pantry side. So if I have, macaroni or cans of corn or whatever, I'm putting the cans I just bought to the back, but from the pantry side, I'm grabbing the oldest one. So it's kind of like, first in, first out, that kind of a concept, and it allows you to keep all your groceries fresh and organized. I also have some really cool features down here, organization for your laundry area, kind of all the fun things, but this right here is by far my favorite thing because again, when guests are over, you're closing this up, it looks like it's just a really good organized space and a place to kind of put their things, but when you open it up, it gives you access to a whole lot more.
Definitely, it's really creative. What was kind of the inspiration in kind of adding some of these unique, fun features in the house here in 2024?
My mother-in-law is probably going to kill me, but I have a mother-in-law that will stop by with 0 notice, and so I like to have organized spaces because if she calls me 5 minutes out saying, hey, I'm going to be there, I want to have spaces that I can shove my junk, to be quite honest, and shove my stuff and just organize things quickly. So this is a great house that was very well thought out for kind of the modern day person of organizing all of their stuff very, very quickly for those last minute guests.
Definitely. Well, it's super exciting, and we'll have even more coming up in the 6th. We'll have a look at some nooks and crannies inside this 2024 St. Jude Dream Home. And like Rebecca said, if you order by tonight at midnight, you have a chance to win that $5,000 Visa gift card. Working for you live in Southwest Topeka, Gabriel Johnson, 27 News.
You're watching 27 News at 5 on KSNT. Winner of the regional Edward R. Murrow Award for continuing coverage.
We return to a developing story we told you about at the top of this newscast. A large law enforcement presence in that area.
27 News reporter Drew Gill is live at the scene in Southwest Shawnee County. So, Drew, what can you tell us?
Yeah, guys, as you said, this is a developing story, so we're still learning more. What we know right now is there is a very large law enforcement presence here in southwest Shawnee County. We're standing here near 29th and Indian Hills Road. There's not a lot that law enforcement has said yet, but we do know that it's a dangerous situation. There are road closures in the area. So again, 29th and Indian Hills Road area, stay clear of here if you can, and we will continue to tell you more. If you want to take a look behind me, I know we have some video to show you as well, but this is the scene, a little bit of what we're looking at here. But yeah, as you can see, multiple agency cars in the area, Topeka Police, Shawnee County, and we've even seen a couple of state trooper cars as well. So that's what we're seeing so far. But for now, that is what we know, and we'll continue to tell you more as we know. And for now, working for you live, Shawnee County, Drew Gill, 27 News.
Aspects of it that came out through the trial. So yes, and by the way, the defense.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Rebecca Chung. We're breaking away from our national coverage of Donald Trump's guilty conviction in his New York hush money trial. Now, the landmark jury verdict makes him the first former American president to be found guilty of felony crimes in the nation's nearly 250-year history. The jury's judgment caps a trial centered on lurid claims of sex and financial cover-ups and exposes Trump to prison time. Coming 6 months before the presidential election in which Trump is the presumptive Republican nominee, the verdict will test voters' willingness to elect for the first time a candidate with a criminal record related to hush money payments to a porn star. All right, turning now to a look at our forecast. I have Ashton Rizzo here with me now. And Ashton, we're looking at some rain, not just today, but also throughout the week.
That is correct. The rain's going to linger into tomorrow as well and into the overnight hours. For the majority of today, we stayed dry. However, though, by now, most of us have seen a few showers or two.
No child should be unable to reach their potential in this country because of insufficient resources.
You want to allow families to flourish because that's the bedrock of society.
But House Speaker Mike Johnson and New York Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik say it's the president's economic.
This is a KSNT Storm Track Severe Weather Alert.
All right, we've got a tornado warning now in effect on this eastern storm over Nemaha County. So we want to get right to that and start telling you a little bit more about that. We've got a storm that's capable of producing a tornado right now over Nemaha County. Right now it is south and east of the Seneca area. It was the storm we were talking about between Corning, Goff, just a little bit north of that area. We do have an area of rotation that has prompted the tornado warning. There you can see the storm. I should say it's southwest of the Corning area. So that's where the current location of that rotation is. It'll pass north of Corning and north of Goff, but it's southwest of Seneca for the current motion. Put a little look of here where the warning box is located. So the tornado warning, actually it's for the western cell. We were just coming in. So this one, we'll get rid of that that one right there. So it's for the western cell that's starting to rotate a little bit more. So let's take another look at that one. That one, there it is right there. Starting to see some rotation right there south of K9, west of Vermilion. So if you're in Vermilion, you need to take your tornado shelter. We're starting to see that one become the more dominant storm. Put a track of this one at about 40 miles per hour from the area of rotation eastward. At a rather quick clip, we'll put it at least about 40 miles per hour. That puts it to Vermilion by 4:47. If it continues on, Centralia would be in the path of this by 4:58, Seneca by 5:05, and Sabetha by 5:28. Again, that is assuming that it can hold rotation for that long, as numerous storms are developing in this particular area. The storm itself has had already some decent sized hail showing up with it. It's somewhat absorbing the cell out ahead of it, so we'll be watching for that trend as well. You can see the hail becoming a little bit more dominant on that western one. Still another hail core north of Corning, but this storm right back here, the one that has been rotating more noticeably in the last couple of scans. And so the National Weather Service prompted to put out a tornado warning for that western storm, as that includes areas around Vermilion. It's for Marshall and Nemaha County until 5 o'clock. So southeastern Marshall, west central and southwestern areas of Nemaha County in that tornado warning until 5. This is for areas primarily south of US 56. It does not include Washington. It does not include Seneca, but for that area in between. You see at the bottom of the screen there, Storm Track Team number 3 with Darren Brunin is up in that area, heading west along K9 right now. So again, we'll be intercepting that storm. You can see it to the west. I'm going to step out for just a moment. Let's go ahead and take that up full screen so we can get a better view of the
the vantage point that we have as we continue to watch his positioning on that storm heading out right now toward the Westmoreland area. You can see the storm itself has a definite darkness and what looks to be a lowering. Hard to see through this hilly area that he's passing through right now, but we'll see perhaps as he comes up over this crest of this hill, maybe a little better view of the lower portion of that storm, whether or not we've got a well-defined wall cloud on it or not. Obviously, radar indication has been decent on this to show the rotation. And there, as we get up to a little better view, you can kind of see a little bit more of that lowering just to the right of the roadway, as where we're seeing that darkened area with a definite lowering on it. Too far off in the distance to see whether or not it's a sharpened up area of rotation out of it, but certainly seeing areas of rotation on there at this time. So we're getting an additional tornado warning now.